What is up, guys, and welcome to part 4, I believe it is, of Netherlands, really. Um, yeah, where we left off was that I believe we'd taken areas in Southeast Asia and just sort of solidified, basically. I'm going to turn the music down ever so slightly because I believe it's quite loud, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that's okay now, but we'll see. So, basically, we are building up the industry, waiting for the infamy to tick down as well. We've got a decent amount of money. We can probably stop taxing the rich because we don't need that. Everything's looking good. What's the navy situation? Are we building ships? No, we are not building ships. So we'll build 5 more man of war. Actually, we'll build 10 more man of wars just to make it even, and then 5 frigates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Voila. And that'll start getting built. We have not a super large army, like we couldn't take on France. I say that, but you know they'll be able to mobilise a lot more. We don't have any major allies in Europe. Sweden's not great, to be honest. I didn't need to click on Baden. So Germany isn't a fan. My hotkeys aren't working today, and I don't quite know why. Or the shortcut, sorry. But yeah, no one particularly likes us in Europe, which is fine. It's just obviously if we get attacked, we're going to have a few issues on our hands. So we're building up our areas. Do we need to build any down here? No, I think that's what we did actually last, like literally just as we left off. So yeah, now that we're underway, we're just sort of going to have to wait. There's a crisis for Poland. All states. Germany's leaning to UK, France, Russia, Austria, UK. So it looks like the UK, we're going to wait. We're going to say that we're interested, obviously, just because otherwise we'd take a prestige hit, but looks like we still need to select this. So we'll wait until most of the sides have been selected first, because last thing we want to do is commit and then end up being on the wrong side accidentally. So our coal up still isn't overly high. You can see that here, in case you're wondering. So the higher it is, obviously, the better. Like here, it's 14. See how it's greener, which means that it's higher production. So the okay, I'm gonna sit that out. I'm not overly wishing to be involved in that conflict. I'll take the prestige hit by 15. That's fine, but it is not a great conflict for us to be involved in. I reckon Germany might in fact lose, or oh no, I forgot about the land bridge from France and the UK, so that should be okay. So what we'll do is we'll start building up the navy to an extent, because after all we are a colonial empire, probably should have a reasonably strong army, or navy, sorry. Our industry's doing good. Are we on top of anything? We're 4th in artillery, 4th in guns. Not there at all. Tuscany is 5th in military goods, in ammunition somehow. And then we are 3rd in canned food. We anywhere else? What's our main thing? There's a lot of timber, which is not ideal, but cement. What do we have a machine parts factory? Is that what I just saw? We do have a machine parts factory, so that must have been one of the recently new things that I built. So what we'll do is we'll just we'll upgrade everything that needs upgrading. We're 4th in industrial might in the world, which is pretty impressive considering there's not a lot of natural resources in my home region. So 50% output on all these regions, which is good. So everything's gone up by half. We'll give everyone, if anyone wants access, they can have access. Like I said, we're just waiting for the stuff to tick down. So there's not much we can do but wait, really, I guess. But there's Russia's getting eaten a little bit, but Germany's getting invaded quite badly, in fact. Mobilizing high. Heavy mobilize. Jesus. So France right now is the strongest military power for sure. Still got a truce with them. Vietnam, what can we do with you? So we can demand a concession from you. What region? What would be good to take? I mean, honestly, like, not a lot, really. But I mean, something is better than nothing. I can't attack Siam, which is what I really do want to do. When's the truce end with Siam? Next year, so we'll just wait. Just conserve some infamy, pass some reforms clearly, and then just make sure everything is 100% perfect. Because otherwise, we're just going to be taking land for the sake of taking land, which is kind of pointless. So, the fact that our industry is doing as well as it is, Austria can have the alliance. I think it's more for their sake rather than mine. I don't overly care. I'm not going to answer any of their calls because they're irrelevant to me. But still, sure, if it puts them at ease. We'll get forts just because we're going to need to really heavily fortify our home region. Build up the naval bases all across the world. The fact that we got Johor and the UK didn't take it or sphere them or anything is really helpful for us because it's a very useful area. It's got good. I think the resources that it produces is obviously gold and so forth, or precious metals. So it's a very nice resource area to have. But we're making an obscene amount of money, as you could see. So that war is still going. It's technically in the majority, but Germany's getting... Well, the Rhineland's taken, the heavy industrial areas are taken. The main areas are actually Brandenburg. It's interesting. Yeah, let's try and get more favour for pensions. It's just something that increases everything. It's better. I think what does good pensions do? Where are we looking? More immigrant levels. Yeah, so basically we don't lose people as much because I dare say our immigration's alright, to be honest. The US is probably booming, as it does. As does Brazil, actually. Brazil usually has quite good, yeah. Is there any different nationality groups forming? Occasionally you get like regions in here that have just there. Afro-Antilles, so you get other regions from the Caribbean, or you Polish. So yeah, Brazil and the US really get that because their country's basically founded on migrant groups. You very rarely see these areas changing so drastically to the other. So we can pass another reform because we've got the Liberal Upper House thing event. So what we'll do is, I guess the thing is free press, I think it was. Past that, our navy's still building up, which is nice to see. Can't really build up an army, so that's fine. Germany wants passage, yeah, of course. State capitalism, because we want to be in charge of what our country builds, because we don't trust the AI. Because the AI is notoriously bad. Our education literature is going up. I want to build another naval base area. Very quickly build more forts in this region. If we can make invading us such an absolute pain for the enemy, then ultimately it's the best thing for us, I think. So, what's next for us will be just to solidify our area. If we build up a reasonably large navy, one I'd like to compete with the UK Navy, but I just don't see that ever feasibly happening. I can compete with the French Navy already. My navy is better than the French navies, although tech-wise, maybe not. But their military forces is definitely better than mine. But yeah, like I said, Germany and Britain are going to lose this war. And Germany's getting cut down to size, which is interesting because that could potentially lead me to, if I start improving relations with France, if I can get an alliance with France, it would be nice if we could fight Germany and take some areas of the Rhineland from them. Not that I ever believe we could, but if they are beaten down so substantially, one, Germany may never form, and two, we could get some tasty provinces from it. So, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see indeed, because ultimately that's Victoria 2. And that is the war. So they got cut down to size. They have no military. So, yeah. Pretty effective. But that's going to be it for this part. I'm aware not a lot has happened. All we did was sort of adjust the military. We looked at the navy again. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later.